The formula for making you, the viewer or the listener, mad hasn't changed a bit, yet people keep falling for it.
I wanted to tell you one story about how history is repeating itself. When I was a kid, before TV, my father, every Sunday night at 9 or 9:15, would turn on ABC, the network, and get Winchell. And he would holler back at the radio for 15 solid minutes. And I'd say to him, why did you just turn off the radio, man? Why put yourself through this? And he says, it's good for me. And so I'm doing the same thing. I stay with you longer than 50 minutes.
Ah, terrific. You know what amazes me, though? Can I be honest with you about something?
Yeah, sure.
You're going all the way back to Walter Winchell.
Right.
We have people who are on the radio and TV, as we all will. We could go down the list of people who are there for one reason only, and that's to make you mad. And the formula for making you, the viewer or the listener, mad hasn't changed a bit, yet people keep falling for it. It amazes me. Well, you know, a lot of people, anytime I have found, anytime you express an opinion, half the people that hear it are going to disagree with it by law of average. If you embellish the opinion with confidence and cockiness, then you're getting into generating hatred and so forth. Because a lot of people would love to be confident about what they think. Most people aren't. Most people are trepid about their opinions, and if they are subjected to someone such as myself who's not, then it tends to offend them. But the key is knowing that nobody can get everybody to like them. Keeping in mind that the law of averages indicates that half the people who listen to you are not going to like you, still going to find a way to make those who don't like you enjoy listening to your program. And that is really the key to the entertainment value that the program contains. I believe people turn on radio to be entertained, to be entertained, to be entertained. And no matter what they're turning it on for, what kind of programming, it has to entertain them. Callers are like records on a music station. You play the top 10. You don't take bad calls. You don't just sit there and open the lines and say, okay, what do you want to talk about? When you invest in callers, your whole hope or your whole chance for success, you're going to fail. You have to lead them. You can't get along without them, and I don't disparage them, but you can't let them control the show. And that's another thing different about WABC. For the longest time, I guess the people who have worked there, and some of them who still do, simply open the phones and deal with what they get. And so people are used to calling WABC and making speeches about whatever else. I want people calling because they're reacting to what is happening on my program, not what happened yesterday on somebody else's, not what happened on the guy before me. If I'm not stirring them up, and that doesn't mean being negative and pounding them, if I'm not making them compelled to call, I'm not doing my job, is the way I look at it. I set myself up as the expert. I want to be the reason people listen to my program, the way I react to the guests, the way things happen on my program, the things I might say or things I might do. I mean, I never have guests. I never do interviews. And a lot of what I do on radio requires people's imagination to be fruitful. I've discovered your technique. You start out by saying, tell me a little bit about yourself. So you let the guest start off and run. And if the guest jogs or crawls, then it's tough. And you have a good guest like me, one who realizes the entertainment value that needs to be on a show like this, I'll be glad to kick it off and start it. Well, no, it was, see, there are bad callers, but in the final analysis there aren't. There are only bad callers if you're not doing your job, if I'm not doing mine. And all I'm trying to do is grab people's attention for what I say, and I know that they're going to be so mad hearing the song that it's going to take a while before they begin to understand the message. But that's okay. I'm prepared for it to take a long time. The bottom line is for them to get the message. And
be entertained, I think.
Absolutely. I mean, the whole thing here is a lot of people say, you really believe the stuff you say? I don't know, it's for you to figure out.